right, Mr. TALIAFERRO TV, we've been following this story. Nipsey Hussle, media personality DJ Akademiks been going at it. I guess they don't really like each other. Let's post what Akademiks said. He said, you know, in response to what Nipsey Hussle said about him in my previous video, he said, the old diss Akademiks because I'm on a promo run trick. Can't wait to drop my parody album and diss myself, run up the sales. Now, he didn't mention Nipsey Hussle, but Nipsey Hussle made it he took it personal, and he said, we've been dropping fucking niggas up, excuse me, before we've been dropping albums. We not going for underhanded disrespect or endorsed ignorance no more. We pushing aggressive intelligence. Either you with us or you with the ops. All right? Akademiks responded with, you making up issues with me as you go. First off, you walked off the set of Everyday Struggle because you didn't want to talk about 6ix9ine. Then you realize I wasn't the only one who put him up as a topic. Now your issue is my comments on 21 Savage music content as opposed to stuff outside of music. Be consistent. All right, then Akademiks went on to say, Nipsey simply thought I was setting him up with 6ix9ine. There's Tekashi they're talking about being a topic on that Everyday Struggle episode. He then left the set, not trying to speak on that, man. I understand that. However, why then spin a narrative like it's just me? Why agree to come to Everyday Struggle if you don't like me? All right, so let me get in my bag real quick. I get both sides of this, and I'm somebody who right in between, right? I'm not the street dude, but I come from nothing. It's point blank period. I don't come from money, so I don't relate to Akademiks in that standpoint. And from the street standpoint, I don't relate to Nipsey Hussle. I ain't trying to touch nobody up. I ain't in the game. I'm right in the center, though. I'm a media personality who don't come from anything. I come from living in a poverty-infested area. So let's throw that out there first. So I ain't one of these media personalities that a lot of you dudes could look down on and be like, yo, you speaking on something. No, I lived in poverty my whole life. Family still is. That's why I'm working hard as hell now. So let's get that set up. Let's get that straight. So when I see Akademiks, here's what I think. I think that brother has a lot of influence and power. And honest to God truth, I think he lacks integrity sometimes. I've told y'all that on my platform before. I don't think he's integral in it when everything he does. I don't think every baby mama, I think I seen him on the phone with a thought that said Offset was, she claims she got a kid by Offset. I don't think that's news. I just don't think that's news, right? And I'm gonna be honest with you, I think he lacks integrity from time to time, but he works incredibly hard. Nipsey Hussle, I watched his interviews when he was doing his media run. Seems like a very intelligent brother, but I see lapses in some of his points. Yo, Nipsey, I gotta throw this point at you. Yo, I don't get how you're this hard on Akademiks, which, and let's call it for what it is. If he's criticizing Akademiks, he's trying to call out every media outlet that just starting with the biggest, and Akademiks is the biggest. Let's just call it what it is. Nipsey, I'm with you. If you want to say, yo, we got to clean up our streets and the hoods, we got to stop with this enhancement of media, of bad stuff, I'm with you. Now, here's my other side of this, Nipsey. You got to call out the people who are doing bad things as well, don't you think? I just think, Nipsey, sir, you're giving the people committing crimes and sensationalize it on their social medias a pass. I don't think Akademiks is clear from fault, but I think that's incredibly unfair to that man and his brand for you not to once criticize anyone that's related to that does crime. That you're talking about effing a man up, and I get it. What Nipsey's saying, like, yo, if we could catch up with you on the streets, we'd mess you up. I get what he's saying, and that's his prerogative. Everybody's entitled to do what they want to do. I'm fine with that, but I don't understand, Nipsey, your stance on, yo, Akademiks is the problem with media. I don't get, and he didn't say that. I'm just saying that's kind of how he's spinning it. I don't get how he's just the fault. When are we going to call out some of the people who actually, you know, commit crimes? And I'll tell you this from experience. I get DMs all the time. There are people who do crimes and want me to sensationalize it. I'm not lying. People hit me up all the time saying, yo, this dude stole my record. I beat him up in the mall. Can you post this? And I'm like, no. I'm like, no, I got too much integrity in what I do. There are interviews that I pass on all the time because I don't see any music value in it, right? I got rappers hit me up all the time saying, yo, I want to come on your joint and talk about this dude that I don't like. And I just pass on it because I don't want that blood on my hands when something in the streets happen. So if we can't talk music at all, if you haven't brought your career to a point where I know you ain't in the hood, I won't do the interview. It ain't content to me. And again, if you want to criticize Akademiks for that, for being, I think a lot of people are just mad because he's the biggest platform right now for hip hop, and he's become the spot that a lot of people go to for their hip hop content. You can't 1 minute respect that he's one of the people kind of bringing the culture together on this one platform, and then the next minute get mad at him for what he wants to post. I think a lot of old heads are upset, or older rappers are upset, that he doesn't stick to this genre of rap, or he doesn't just post about this, and they want to control his narrative. And that's not fair to him. I don't like this 6ix9ine stuff. I go to Akademiks' Instagram account. I don't not watch his YouTube because I have to have my own opinion, you know what I mean? And I don't want to ever let his opinion be mine or Charlamagne's or anybody else that I respect. But let's make it clear. His Instagram account is the place that you can go to get your media, to get updated with hip hop. He's the best at doing that right now. It's the facts, you know? And you got to big that brother up for that. Now, like I said, I get Nipsey's side of, yo, some of this stuff is ridiculous. Like, that ain't news. It's not news. But I just would ask Nipsey Hussle, and I want to have this conversation with Nipsey. I want to have it with the horse. You know what I mean? So Nipsey, if this video get back to you, I'm expecting it to do a lot of views. Like, yo, why are we not calling out other people, other media outlets, or why we ain't calling out the people who do crimes? It just seems like this just seems like the typical let's attack the media outlet instead of going to some of the people committing the crimes. And yes, Nipsey, before you watch this video, I do my research. I get the concept of our people are oppressed. But Nipsey, there still needs to be some sort of consequences for a man who kills another man for no reason because he's robbing him. That ain't right either. And I'm not saying you're taking up with that wholeheartedly. I'm just saying, yo, you're criticizing somebody who talks about stuff like that on their platform. And somebody can make the case that I got to take up for Akademiks with the lane. I mean, no, I don't. If you don't check out my Instagram, I do interviews every day with people. Check out my IG. I just want Nipsey to be consistent with his approach. That if you're going to attack the media, we still got to attack the people that are out committing crimes. And that's where he loses me at. And I want everybody's comments in the comment section below. I'm in the comment section. I'll be looking around, seeing what I like and what I want to respond to. Yo, this is a very interesting conversation, and I think we need to have it and not shy away from it. Akademiks believes Nipsey Hussle is just using him for promo. Nipsey's like, no, you're the problem. Your media outlet is the biggest problem we got in hip hop right now. I don't agree with that wholeheartedly. Like I said, I believe Akademiks sensationalizes news. Yes, I'm with you 100%, and I think he lacks integrity in a lot of the stuff he talks about. Yes, I do. But at the same time, maybe he's the battery in some of this stuff. But there's a lot of other sources, and I got to be included in this. You know what I mean? And the people doing the crimes got to be included in that as well. And if y'all can't come to that, I just think it's incredibly inconsiderate and unfair to Akademiks. And I think Nipsey needs to address that, man. I think that needs to be a part of this as well, Nipsey. You got to talk about the people committing crimes. You just can't come at Akademiks because he posted it on his platform. That's just my opinion. Mr. TALIAFERRO'S TV, thank you for the time and support. I don't take it for granted. Salute. I'm out.
I want to salute you, homie, you know, for building your own thing and doing your own thing, creating your own platform, your own website.
I got one life to live out my dreams, and I'm giving this thing all I got. I interview celebrities. I talk sports. I represent the culture.
Right now, you're turning up on MrTaliaferro.com, shawty. Yeah.